Thank you for sharing your valuable time with us today. Throughout this presentation, you can expect to raise your self-awareness, to enhance your understanding of mental well-being, and actually experience an enhanced sense of well-being. You may want to do some writing during the presentation, and we want you to feel settled. If you would like to have some paper and a pen before we get started, please take a moment to gather your materials. I'm Amanda Feiser, health coach with the Chronic Disease Management Program through ConnectCare 3. With over 12 years in the health and wellness industry, I enjoy pairing my experience with education to serve patients. Helping individuals unlock their most optimal well-being is what it's all about. In addition to serving those with chronic conditions, I also serve individuals who want to become tobacco-free. The transformation that coaching can bring drives me. Humor, flexibility, and resilience have helped me to navigate the last few months. What has helped you? Joining me today is Jannifer Cayless.
Hello. As a nurse navigator for 11 years, it has always been rewarding to see patients access the expertise needed to obtain a clear diagnosis and effective treatment plan. As a registered nurse, I have 35 plus years of experience, including emergency room nursing, surgical nursing, and community health nursing. I imagine your life is full and dynamic like mine. I hope you enjoy and benefit from this webinar as much as I have enjoyed and benefited from developing it. Let's take a moment to declutter your mind and transition from your responsibilities to our time together. I am going to lead you in a short, deep breathing exercise that could serve as a tool for you to use in the future when you want to focus. Please make yourself comfortable in the space that you are in right now. Make any adjustments to your chair, your posture, or position. As we start the deep breathing, I want you to be aware that if you experience lightheadedness during the exercise, please modify the technique or stop. Let's begin. Breathe in quietly through your nose. Pause and hold your breath. And breathe out forcefully through your mouth, like you're blowing out birthday candles. Breathe in quietly through your nose. Let's pause and hold your breath. And breathe out forcefully through your mouth, like you were blowing out birthday candles. One more time. Breathe in quietly through your nose. Pause and hold your breath. And breathe out forcefully through your mouth, like you're blowing out birthday candles. Do you feel more focused? I hope the deep breathing exercise has helped you to feel present. With that, let's get started. For the next few moments, please write down or think about what words come to your mind when I say mental well-being. Note as many words as possible. Keep these words in mind as I review the definition. I suspect you will hear them resurface within the definition and throughout the presentation. By now, I expect you are asking the question, what is mental well-being? I am so glad you asked. As defined in a health report on positive psychology published by Harvard Medical School, mental well-being is a blend of positive emotions like optimism, hope, and contentment, mixed with satisfaction with life based on daily choices to practice gratitude, connect with others, engage fully in life and work, practice compassion, develop your strengths, practice mindfulness, and gain wisdom. That is a lengthy definition. Let's shorten it. The Center for Disease Control states, it is judging life positively and feeling good. I imagine if I was able to take a poll, I would discover everyone wants to judge their life positively and feel good. In other words, enjoy mental well-being in spite of life's difficulties. Please take a moment to think about what you do to bring happiness and satisfaction. Do you think you will be happier if you looked great in a bathing suit, or could sit on a pristine beach with friends or family, had a new car, a new home? Or you'd feel satisfied if you had more followers on Instagram or Twitter? Fortunately, you don't have to wait until you have a perfect body, a new car, the idyllic vacation, or thousands of followers to have a satisfying life and feel good. The truth is, the search for happiness is universal. We are all searching for it. The key question is not what brings happiness, but what brings positive emotions and long-lasting satisfaction. This question has been answered by scientists like Dr. Martin Seligman, professor at the University of Pennsylvania, and Mihai Csikszentmihalyi. They discovered what has been known a long time by ancient philosophers and by world religions. Mental well-being is the blend of positive emotions like optimism, hope, and contentment, along with a satisfying life. Now, I invite you to think about this. On a scale of low to high, how would you rank your mental well-being? No matter what level you chose, we are delighted you joined us because we're going to focus on scientifically proven skills to enhance your mental well-being today. Now, let's look closely at the 4 pieces of the puzzle of your mental well-being. Just a reminder to keep your brainstormed words in mind as we move forward. Chances are they will resurface throughout the presentation. As a human being, you are marvelously multidimensional. The puzzle pieces include the mind, the body, the spirit, and social connections. Each puzzle piece contributes to your mental well-being. We are going to explore each of these dimensions in depth today, but first, an understanding of neuroscience will help to make sense of why you have control over almost half of your own well-being, even if difficult things occur in your life, as they do for all of us. The brain is absolutely amazing. In the brain, there are billions of neurons that communicate with other neurons across synapses. This is what you're seeing on the slide. This communication between neurons is powered by chemicals called neurotransmitters. You may be familiar with some of these. For example, dopamine, serotonin, endorphins. These communication pathways are called neural circuits. These neural circuits are in dozens of sections of your brain. Each section performs a specific function, such as helping you move, regulate your heart rate, process thoughts, feelings, and memories. For your brain to perform optimally, the different sections must harmoniously work together. While research has demonstrated that your brain is more complex than once imagined, it is clear that your feelings of mental well-being correspond to changes in brain chemistry and structure. In other words, your neural circuitry. The intricate and complex workings of the neural circuits control how your brain is affected by positive emotions. Your left-sided prefrontal cortex, located on the left side of your forehead, has more activity when you are happy. When the neurons in your left prefrontal cortex talk to each other regularly, lasting neural traits and circuits are woven into the fabric of your brain and consequently into the fabric of your life. This is vital information for understanding why you have control over almost half of your mental well-being. And I am eager to share these tools to bulk up your left prefrontal cortex later in the presentation. As a neuroscientist with an understanding of how your brain functions, let's talk about how your amazing mind is the first piece of the puzzle. We want to invite you today to join us to understand how positive psychology is the foundation of your mental well-being. You see, we believe, like Dr. Seligman, the father of positive psychology, that you can lead a meaningful and fulfilling life, enhancing your experiences of love, work, and play. Now, I want to be sure I'm clear. Positive psychology is not just about learning to be more positive. It's about using scientifically informed tools and strategies to make your thinking more flexible, accurate, clear, and expansive. This thinking, along with effort, leads to long-lasting satisfaction and more healthy behaviors. It is not about avoiding difficult or uncomfortable emotions. In fact, the researchers discovered that trying to resist difficult emotions actually causes psychological distress. It is about being open to all your emotions. The focus is on the here and now, as well as appreciating the good in your life. The researchers discovered their results again match the wisdom of the elders of the global society and world religions. Would you like to have more optimism, hope, happiness, and satisfaction with life? Great. We have more to share with you. Amanda?
Thanks, Jannifer. Not only does a healthy mind play a role in mental well-being, but a healthy body does too. Mens sana corpore sano is a Latin phrase usually translated as a healthy mind in a healthy body. This phrase is widely used today in sporting and educational contexts. Although originating in ancient Roman times, this proverb has only enhanced its meaning and applicability in modern times. It highlights that a healthy body goes with a healthy mind. It's a virtuous cycle that's worth encouraging. Next, let's look at how to enhance your physical well-being, which will undoubtedly enhance your mental well-being. The second piece of the puzzle, a healthy body. We're going to focus on a few elements of a healthy body and their relationship to your mental well-being. The Psychological Bulletin published a study noting how mental well-being makes people less likely to have heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular events. However, it's important to understand and hear that you have to have a balanced approach to this. Thinking positive thoughts for a month when you already have heart disease won't cure it. However, lowering your stress level over a period of years with a positive outlook and relaxation exercises could reduce the risk of future health problems. At this time, I invite you to practice a little flexibility, and I don't mean figuratively. Let's take a moment and become aware of your body. We'll do a simple upper back stretch and a chest stretch. Please only participate as you feel comfortable. With arms extended straight out in front of you, interlace your fingers with your palms facing you. Keeping your arms extended in front of you, reach forward with only your arms and shoulders. You should feel this in your upper back. Hold for a few seconds. Next, extend your arms behind you like Rose from the Titanic. This will help improve your posture. Hold for a few seconds. As Jannifer mentioned, there's a great deal of science involved when it comes to mental well-being. What's important to understand is that you have control over your mental well-being. Think about the last time you challenged your body in a positive, rewarding way through exercise. Were you promoting improved strength, challenging your heart, or giving your muscles a good stretch? How did your sense of mental well-being improve after the exercise session? At this time, I'd like to share with you a few key reasons why your mental well-being improves with exercise. An article published in Brain Sciences Journal and the American College of Sports Medicine share that when you feel good about your commitments, exercise included, the pleasure centers of your brain are activated. This helps you to recognize the process is good and you want to continue to do it. Dopamine is released in the brain and binds to other parts of the brain. The brain says, ooh, let's remember this experience so you can recreate it next time. Pleasure continues with each action. Dopamine elevates and serotonin levels go down. Through exercise, you're increasing blood flow to the brain, supporting your mental well-being by staying healthy and protected. Next, exercise physiology. The cells of your body physically adapt to exercise. They respond and change in a way that improves your energy levels. They become even more efficient in using oxygen and fuel, and this promotes health. In my coaching practice, I often hear patients exclaim, "I never realized how good I could feel," as a response to consistently exercising. What would it look like to focus on the benefits of exercise in your life? We know that healthful nutrition is good for your body. But how does it relate to mental well-being? Think about how you feel after you eat certain foods. Do you feel invigorated and satisfied? Do you feel bloated and unwell? Intuitive eating, or the ability to be aware of how different foods impact you, can play an important role on your mental well-being. Now, a short biochemistry lesson. Gut health has become a popular topic between researchers and the general public. You heard me mention serotonin earlier. This chemical messenger is commonly associated with sleep, specifically the sleep-wake cycle. But did you know that it's the most important hormone that stabilizes your mood and facilitates happiness and well-being? The Endocrine Society shares that 95% of the serotonin in your body is produced in your GI tract. This is influenced by gut bacteria, and the goal of this bacteria is to limit bad bacteria and inflammation, promote optimal nutrient absorption, and aid in the communication between your brain and gut. Therefore, when you prioritize healthy eating, you're supplying your digestive tract and gut bacteria with essential vitamins, nutrients, and minerals to support your mental well-being. In addition to serotonin, supporting emotional balance, the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics suggests that antioxidants from fruits and vegetables, as well as B vitamins from animal foods, such as cheese and yogurt, help the brain function normally, again, facilitating mental well-being. Studies suggest that you're more likely to stick to your nutrition and exercise plans when you cultivate your mental well-being. As you will recognize throughout this presentation, each piece of the puzzle impacting mental well-being relates to another in a complex relationship. Eating healthy by itself won't improve your well-being overnight, but rather focusing on the big picture, setting short-term and long-term nutritional goals, as well as monitoring your progress certainly can help you to flourish and enhance your mental well-being. Sleep is one activity that is so important to your mental well-being that it's recommended you commit 1/3 of your day doing it. Many times, the value of sleep is underrated. How many hours of sleep did you get last night? Are you able to sleep soundly through the night? Do you find yourself tossing and turning? Sleep plays such a significant role in your mental well-being. When you sleep, your body, and specifically your brain, undergoes amazing cellular repair and restoration. It carries out many essential tasks that keep you healthy. Not only does sleep keep you healthy, but quality sleep helps you to function your best when you're enjoying waking hours. When you sleep well, your memory serves you better, your ability to learn is enhanced, your exchanges with others are more positive, and you're more productive at managing all of the demands of life. With a good night's sleep and healthy sleeping habits, you can improve your mood, mental health, and subsequently mental well-being. Moving forward, how will you practice good sleep hygiene? What are your next steps? Jannifer?
Thank you, Amanda. You have learned about how a healthy body is a healthy mind. The third piece of the puzzle is cultivating a healthy spirit. According to positive psychology and research, it is known that to live a satisfying life, you need both pleasure and meaning in your life. Spirituality is a way to find meaning, as well as hope, comfort, and inner peace. We know for sure the body, mind, and spirit are connected. Some research also shows a connection between beliefs and a sense of well-being. Some people find spirituality by doing community service or volunteer work and meditation. Others find spirituality through religion. Research shows there's a linear relationship between religious involvement and greater compassion. Those more compassionate individuals are more likely to provide emotional support to others, and those who provide emotional support to others are more likely to be happy. Some people find their spirituality is best expressed through music, art, or a connection with nature, as well as values and principles. Positive beliefs, comfort, and strength gained from spirituality can contribute to your mental well-being. I invite you to identify the things in your life that give you hope, comfort, and inner peace. We've discussed a healthy mind, a healthy body, and a healthy spirit. The fourth piece of the puzzle is healthy connections. Amanda?
Thanks, Jannifer. Our connection with others is one of the most accessible, effective strategies to enhance a sense of mental well-being. The evidence exists. Studies have proven that spending time with others, doing good for others, enjoying positive relationships, and contributing to something more than yourself enhances mental well-being. As a human being, you're a social creature. Studies continue to highlight the health-promoting, fulfilling nature of strong relationships. Healthy connections enhance your health, abolish loneliness, support longevity, and lead to flourishing mental well-being. Relationships aren't always perfect, but when you exercise empathy, compassion, forgiveness, and gratitude, your mental well-being and relationships are enhanced. Emotional intelligence is a concept that's trending within the personal development space. It includes a component called relationship management. Building trust, tackling tough conversations, acknowledging others' feelings, showing people you care, and focusing on repair after a disagreement are strategies to practice relationship management and healthy connections. Wellness researchers Rath and Harder state that what you spend your time on shapes your identity. Being engaged in the work you do not only improves your sense of contribution, meaning, and purpose, but also provides you with tangible health benefits. Studies show that engagement at work is cardioprotective or good for the heart. This means that when you're more engaged at work, you could actually lower your triglyceride and cholesterol levels. Community and your sense of connection and belonging absolutely influence your mental well-being. One example of this is doing good. By performing selfless acts, you are strengthening your left prefrontal cortex and rewiring your neural circuitry while contributing to your sense of meaning and purpose. Think of a random act of kindness that you experienced. Even if you weren't the direct recipient of the kind act, chances are that just witnessing it left you feeling an enhanced sense of well-being. Your connections with others are one of the most accessible, effective strategies to enhance your sense of mental well-being. I invite you to consider how your healthy connections enhance your mental well-being. You understand the connectedness of all 4 pieces of the puzzle as they relate to your mental well-being. As you reflect on what you've learned thus far, what's going really well in your life that's positively influencing your mental well-being? Is it a healthy mind, healthy body, healthy spirit, or healthy connection to others? Is there any one piece of the puzzle that caught your attention? As we move forward, we'll discuss 2 scientifically proven tools that have been demonstrated to have immediate and long-lasting effects on your mental well-being. Jannifer?
Thank you, Amanda. The first scientifically proven tool to develop your left prefrontal cortex and increase your sense of mental well-being is gratitude. Gratitude is a thankful appreciation for what you receive, whether tangible or intangible. It recognizes the goodness in your life and recognizes the source of that goodness. With that, I invite you to take a moment to think about what it was like when someone went out of their way to recognize you and thank you for what you had done for them. A study by Robert Emmons at the University of California, Davis, and Mike McCullough at the University of Miami examined the impact of keeping a gratitude journal. There were 3 groups of participants. Group 1 wrote about daily hassles or things that displeased them. Group 2 wrote about events that affected them during the week and with no particular emphasis. Group 3, however, wrote about what they were thankful for. And after 10 weeks, those who wrote about gratitude were more optimistic, felt better about their lives, as well as exercised more. They rewired their brains. At its most basic level, gratitude is simply reflecting on the good things in your life. It can be practiced in a variety of settings for brief moments or longer. One might simply reflect on all the things and people you're grateful for while waiting for your morning cup of coffee. It could be practiced while eating dinner or at bedtime with your children or significant other. Gratitude is also reflecting on the things which do not necessarily seem good at the time, but are still a part of who you are and a part of your life. During times of difficulty, months can feel like years. When things are overwhelming and out of your control, a gratitude practice can be a path to reclaim moments of joy. It may appear elusive, and it may be challenging to find the things that you're grateful for on difficult days. However, gratitude can help add joy to your life and improve your sense of well-being. What wonderful side effects. So for a moment, I invite you to write down or think about one thing you are grateful for today, because the research shows that even a single gratitude practice can start improving your life immediately. The second scientifically proven tool to develop your left prefrontal cortex and increase your sense of mental well-being is mindfulness. What is mindfulness? It is purposefully focusing your attention on the present moment and accepting it without judgment. As Shauna Shapiro, psychologist, states, mindfulness is intentionally paying attention with kindness. This naturally limits or prevents negative thoughts of the past or negative thoughts or what-ifs about the future. Your thoughts are focused on what you are experiencing at the present moment. You might be asking, how can I cultivate a mindfulness practice and enjoy its benefits? I'm glad you asked. Mindfulness can be as simple as focusing your attention during everyday activities. It may include slowing down when you eat and noticing the taste, the textures, and pleasure of eating. It could be engaging all your senses when playing with a child, or focusing on a work project without checking your email every 2 minutes. The breathing activity at the start of the presentation is an example of a mindfulness practice. You could also focus on a word or phrase. Throughout this process, you may notice wandering thoughts. Let them come and go without judgment, with kindness, and return to your breath, word, or phrase. Did you know that research has shown you spend 50 to 80% of your time thinking about things other than what you are doing? You may be thinking about what happened in the past, what may happen in the future, or what may never happen at all. In addition, studies show the average American looks at their phone. Are you ready for this? 80 times a day, and 10% of Americans look at it 300 times a day. It is easy to understand how you may lose connection to the present moment. Let's take some time to review the neuroscience about your left prefrontal cortex and positive moods. In the studies at the University of Wisconsin, researchers used brain imaging to identify a link between the practice of mindfulness and positive emotion in the brain. The studies demonstrated a shift to the left prefrontal cortex occurred in a group of high-tech office workers after they had been trained to do regular mindfulness. The trained workers also reported improved mood and more engagement in their activities. They even had stronger immune system responses. The neuroscience around mindfulness makes sense. Who doesn't want to experience more optimism, hope, and contentment, as well as make more satisfying and deeper connections with others? What intentional action would you like to try to enhance your mood and change your brain? As we begin to conclude, let's focus on your recipe for mental well-being and engage in an exercise to visualize this mental well-being. Amanda?
Just as each one of us has different strengths and skills, our journeys also look different when it comes to our pursuit of mental well-being. Today, we shared with you 4 puzzle pieces: a healthy mind, healthy body, healthy spirit, healthy connections, that, when nurtured, can enhance and transform your mental well-being. In addition, Jannifer discussed gratitude and mindfulness, 2 tried and true practices with immediate results to cultivate your mental well-being. We invite you to participate in a visualization practice. As a result, we hope your recipe for mental well-being will be clear and leave you feeling excited and motivated to pursue your optimal mental well-being. Find a comfortable position and gently close your eyes. Breathe in quietly through your nose. Hold the breath. Breathe out quietly through your mouth. Envision achieving your highest level of optimal mental well-being. You are resilient, optimistic, filled with hope for your future. You treat your body with respect and care for it in the most optimal way. You have a strong sense that you are where you are meant to be and you are fulfilling your life's purpose. Meaning and belonging surround you day in and day out. The support you have from others is so plentiful, and in turn, you extend the same support to those in your life. Your needs are being met, and you are thriving. You may open your eyes. Take notice of how you feel. What thoughts came to your mind through that experience? Congratulations, you have begun to enhance your mental well-being. We want to encourage you to explore strategies for cultivating your sense of mental well-being, as well as for greater satisfaction and contentment in your life. Choose just one strategy that resonated with you and make it a daily practice for a few moments a day. In the following week, you may want to lengthen the frequency of the first strategy or try another. You may feel a little better right away. After you have a strategy that you want to cultivate, allow it to be a regular part of your day, like brushing your teeth. With regular practice, the positive effects will deepen with time. Granted, there may be challenges life brings you, and there may be times when the sense of contentment and ease seems far away. We invite you to stay the course, experience your full range of emotions, and practice your mental well-being strategies. Enjoy cultivating your mental well-being through small choices over a lifetime. What you practice will grow stronger. Thank you so much for sharing your valuable time with us today. If you're interested in learning more about the ConnectCare free programs or are an employee or dependent covered under the medical plan and would like to utilize one of ConnectCare 3's clinical programs, here's our contact information. The following is a list of resources you may access to learn more. Thank you.